works, I have no idea because they kind of changed the whole thing about streams. So I'm not sure whether I set it up correctly or not. But here we go. So a new stream after such a long wait between the streams. Today. I'm going to conduct an experiment as well. And what am I willing to achieve today here is not really to learn these words completely, not to be able to. Well, actually, it's German, so most of these words I can already use in a conversation. But, anyways, not really to remember them like 100%, and to be able to use all of them in a conversation or anything like that. But the thing is, what I'm willing to do today is to prime these words into my brain, into my subconscious, which is a very powerful thing, as I've probably talked about it before, and the research, like psychological and how it's called, neuroscientific research says that even like tiny amounts of exposure to a particular word, to a particular sound even, will cause the change of some things in a brain, and so the brain will prime the meaning to this word and blah blah. Anyways, the main thing what I'm going to do today is actually to try to endure a whole 1 hour of watching this video with the speed set on 5x. And yeah, that will help me remember the words I already know. This will also provide my brain with the new cues. I think it's called cues. Some new words, the shapes of some new words, and the sounds of some new words. And also, this will train the ability to kind of notice the words faster. And actually, I even think this might help with developing the photographic memory, if it's called like that in English. So, let's finally start. I will not be able to see the chat because I'll have to focus on this video, and it's very hot in my room, but I'll try to endure that as well. Gonna get sweaty now. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's too quiet. You know, this might actually be somewhat of a meditative experience because... Okay, I missed that word. Yes, because I'm completely distancing myself from the world. Let me close the window. Even though this might make the things worse with the heat, but at least my back will not be affected by the cold of the Russian winter, actually autumn. Spülung, Truthahn, Eule, Schmetterling, Feuerwehrmann, Erdbeben, Dürre, Postbote, Käfer, Legen, Wasserwaage, Säge, Grille, Färben oder Farben, Ameisenbier. Ameisenbier. Gelangweilt. Gelangweilt. Well, this is actually training my short-term memory as well, because I'm trying to hold some words in my short-term memory, to repeat them even after they disappeared from the screen. By the way, this video is actually easier than the one I watched a couple of days ago. Oh shit, I missed that word. Where the words were even quicker to appear and to disappear, and there were no two repetitions. But it's still pretty difficult. But that's the thing. The main thing here is not to memorize every word, but to just to create the anchors in a brain, if you know what I mean. Floor. Floor. Oh man, the commercials. There is going to be a lot of these. And I'll have to speed it up again. Man. Unterrichten. Schneiderbrett. Handtuch. No, some memories from like 7 years ago come into my mind. Maybe 3 years ago. I think 4 years ago, when I was playing The Long Dark. It's a computer game from Steam, and Anmachen. And Handtuch, I think the word. I didn't know any German back then, but even though I like, that's the thing about the subconscious. It remembers way more than we can ever think about. That word, the towel word, it did remember. It just couldn't really retrieve it before, you know, because I never thought about towels in German. Mine. I wonder what it means. Mine. Probably means like lead. Gorgeln. Nervig. Nervig. Hoffnungsvoll. Flach. Das ist so flach. Husten. Koten. Pupsen. Spucken. Klebeband. Taka. You know what? This actually seems too easy. Let me speed it up once more. You know, with that video, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't remember the name of that video. I don't remember the name of the channel as well, but there were like not 2,000 words, but I think 4 or maybe even 6,000 words in that video. Yeah, so this one is easier because Here it's slower. And I probably look like a retard. It's because, you see, I'm multitasking. You know, this experiment, like this exercise, it's helping you to multitask more effectively. Usually multitasking is not a good thing. But sometimes you cannot just survive if you don't multitask. So sometimes you will need to multitask. Even though it's not very good to multitask all the time, but you need to be able to multitask. I think it's a very useful skill, so yeah, talking and trying to remember these words, a lot of which I already know, but still, gewürzt, is a very useful skill. And even though I might look like a retard at this moment, a lot of things are happening in my brain, so... Anyways, Zutat. Should I? Leiste. You know, German reminds me about Arabic a lot. Okay, commercial ones again. So, some people say that, like, Dutch has a lot of Arabic-sounding words, which I can agree with. But I think German has more of these Arabic-sounding words, because German has, like, the Stop, a lot of these stops, like Amper or something like that. I mean, I'm over-exaggerating, of course, but... Oh shit. Taschentuch? Sumpf. Schere. I think there is a word in English as well, shears or shears. And I remember saying something to my English teacher, telling her, yes, there is a word, shear, in English, and she was like, no, it's called, what did she say? She said it was called scissors, and I'm like, it's a shear, or I wonder if it's plural. Taschenrechner. Did I pronounce it correctly? Taschenrechner? Unterstreichen. Verschließen. Empfänger. One day I'll record a similar video with Chinese. But not yet. I'm not ready for this kind of video in Chinese. My Chinese is too not advanced. It's very much a beginner level. I'm not even sure I'll be able to pass the HSK. Oh shit, I missed that word. HSK1 exam. That would be impossible. But my Chinese is improving. It's just I don't really dedicate a lot of time to it. I'm not sure how many people will be able to get to this point in the video when watching this later. But I forgot what I wanted to say. Multitasking isn't easy. Anyways, You know, just a couple of years ago, I thought, oh, my German is so bad, I will never be able to learn Taube. To learn German, I will not be able to understand audiobooks in German. But now it seems so easy. I'm listening to audiobooks. Besen. I can even read books. I've started reading a book in German, and uh, I plan to, after reading that book, which is fiction, I plan to read something from uh, I'll try to read something of Freud, and it's going to be very difficult. Füllung. But you know what? Like, I thought German was so difficult, but now it seems easy. And it used to seem so foreign, but now it seems so dear to me, so near to my soul. And it looks so it used to look very foreign and alien, but now it looks very English-like. Now my brain can connect some of the German words to the English words.
Oh, there I am, jumping into action.
Richter.
Okay, quarter of it already done. Right. I might try to make it a bit quicker. Spiel. Okay, maybe that's too quick. Too fast. Oh man. Yeah, that's too fast. That's too fast. Let me slow it down. Erinnerung. Verhalten. It's kinda sad they don't provide the gender for the words. For learners, for beginners, I mean, this video is like a video for beginners, and beginners need the articles, I think it's called articles as the markers of gender, because gender is very important in German. Rauch. Like, for example, Rauch. Is that masculine? Is that neutral? Is that feminine? Tierarzt. I mean, for me, it's not as big of a problem now. But it can be in some other languages. Oh, sorry. Like, for example, Kugel. Like in Norwegian. Because I watched a video like this in Norwegian, 2,000 words. Every Norwegian beginner should know, and unfortunately it didn't have any gender markings included, so Basilikum. Überstunden. My eyes are a bit tired today. Sittig. Becher. Becher. Es ist Zeit zu trinken. Gerechtigkeit. Doktorand. So many words of these. They seem so easy for me now, but I used to consider German such a difficult language. I mean, in terms of grammar, it's very not logical. Although a lot of my friends, especially from the university, they say like, "Oh, German is so logical, you just have to understand it." That's not true. Verlobt. It's not true. Ausstellung. Braut. Because it's not true. It's just not true. Beitrag. It's not true because it's not. It has so many exceptions. And I might understand what they mean, like, oh, you just have to understand it. Yes, there are some rules you can understand, but the main thing which will help you learn German is, unfortunately, or fortunately, is exposure. I mean, actually, unfortunately, because, I mean, in Esperanto, you don't need a lot of exposure to claim knowing its grammar. But in German, you need to have a lot of exposure. You need to have tens and maybe even hundreds of hours of practice before you might really feel comfortable with the language, with the German language. While with Esperanto, this might come way quicker, like 10 or 100 times quicker, actually. Maybe not 100 times, but definitely a lot quicker. Litauen. Libyan. Okay, the problem with speeding videos up is sometimes you cannot really distinguish some individual sounds, like with the word Libya. I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly. But that's the thing, when we speed it up, this type of exposure is not really to be able to pronounce all the words correctly. It's more for the comprehension practice, honestly. But also it creates some I cannot remember the word. Even though, yeah, all of these words probably occupy my mental space so much that I cannot recall the word in English, which is... I did say this word a couple of times today, I think. The word is retrieve. Okay, retrieve. Talk now. Spülen. Falten. To retrieve. No, not really retrieve. I think the word was... the word was... Ansteigen. What was the word? It's like an anchor, but in the brain. I will remember this word later. It will come into my active mind. Muschel. Daffodil. Nazis. Faultier. Faul. Ah, so faul. Orangutan. Interessant. Hubschrauber. Ausflug. Ausflug. I'm not sure whether it's the long or short vowel. Veranstaltung. Grillparty. Oh shit. That was Too fast. Gegenüber. Viereck. Oh shit, I missed a word. I mean, I've probably missed like 20 words, but the thing is, I've maybe not 20, maybe even 50. But look, out of like 900 words, I've only missed like 50. That means I have read and imagined more than 800 words correctly. Ausgeben. Ängstlich. It's a very good ratio time-wise because it's only 25 minutes, 26, 27 or something like that. 26 minutes. Zurücklassen. Ausleben. And it makes me recall so many things. It's called priming. The word I was trying to come up with was priming. By the way, it shows the thing I've heard someone mention in a YouTube video, which, and not only in a YouTube video, in the audiobook as well, the priming thing. When you're trying to answer something, when passing an exam or something like that, especially if it's a written exam, then sometimes you would try to come up with a thing, but it just wouldn't come into your mind. You do know this thing, but you cannot quite imagine, like you can imagine it, but the name of it doesn't come into your mind. And it's not only with learning foreign languages, it can happen in your native tongue as well. Native tongue, can you say native tongue in English? I'm not sure about it. I'm not gonna think about it now. Maybe my brain will recall this question a couple of hours later, and I'll be looking for the answer to it. Tagen. The next time, what I'm going to try to do is to do the same thing, but in the darkness of my room. I'll turn all the lights off. And Meinung taub. Try to watch videos like this, and this might work as some kind of a photographic memory exercise, because actually no, this video will probably not be very good for it, because it's, as you can see, the words, they appear like gradually, but for that exercise you need words like click. To click, they need to appear like very quickly, like something like this. That way you will, I think you might train the photographic memory. Why I'm thinking about this is just, I've read on one forum, somebody from the military or from the Secret Service was like, how do we train our agents to... I think maybe it was on YouTube. So he said like, how to... No, I don't think it was on YouTube. Einwand. Durchschnitt. And he was like, yeah, you need to do it every day. In a dark room, you put words on a sheet of paper and try to or maybe a book or something like that, and like turn all the lights off, turn them on from time to time. Was game again. Leon. And you would try to remember words in less than a second, like not even less than a second, in a blink of an eye. Like you turn the lamp off, and then you like in a completely dark room, and there's a sheet of paper in front of you. And you would like, and then you change the word or something like that. And allegedly, as they claim, this would train your photographic memory, but I don't really believe that. I mean, no. I believe that, but what I don't believe, what they say, is that, oh, if you miss a day of this exercise, all of the progress is lost. Or something like that. Which is crazy, because, no, it's the same as, like, I play the guitar for a week, and then I don't play it for a day. What, my progress is lost? No, that's not how skills work. That's ridiculous to claim that you can forget a skill after a couple of days of not using it. It might deteriorate, but the day you get into it again, into like developing the photographic memory, your skills will become better than on the first day. Way better. Actually shorter. You know, it seems so slow now, but if I'll make it 7x, it seems so quick. Maybe I should make it 6.5. Maybe that will work. Commedia. Maybe it seems easier because there just isn't many advanced words. There isn't a lot of words I don't know. Chefen, that was a feminine word. Most of the words here are familiar to me, so yeah, really the beginner's words. Flicken. Ah, flicken. Yeah. Something like that, I guess. Like when you mend your pants. I can't be sure about it. You see, in videos like these, you just only have two. You have two words, and it's not really enough to understand the exact meaning of the word. But still, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. It's way better. Oh shit! I missed that word. Yeah, tomorrow maybe I'll make another video like this. In Chinese, no. In Arabic, no, it will be too difficult. Impossible, I would say, for me to do it in Arabic. I might try to do it in French, actually. No, I don't need to make my French better these days. I don't need priming my brain to think in French these weeks. Maybe in Spanish, but on this YouTube channel they only have videos in Spanish with like a Mexican pronunciation or maybe Colombian, the Latin American pronunciation, and in the place where I'm going to pass the exams of Spanish, they require us to speak with Spanish accent from Spain, the Castilian Spanish, so to say, so to speak. Okay, they did like mention it was a neuter word, like das Land. Interesting. I wish they did it for. Okay, now they did again. They did it again. Überschwemmung. I hope I did read that word correctly. It was a pretty long word. Rechnung. Anzug. Wait, that's a suit. How did he or she pronounce it? Suit? Like, oh, yeah. Okay, anyway. Anyways, forget about it. It's a suit in English. Haare. With 2 A's. Haare. Der automatische Fokker. Sorry, I didn't catch that word because in the lessons I took on Memrise, the word was different. Abflug. The word was like ATM. I don't remember, but definitely not this. A different word, but it's good. I mean, fühlen. Learning new synonyms is a very good thing as well. Aubergine. Mieten. I wonder if it means like you rent it to somebody or you rent it from them. Saft. Oh, Saft. You know how I remember that word, Saft? Is that in Russian we have the word Zavtrak, which means breakfast. And I'm like, oh, you drink the Saft for breakfast. Like, Saft. Yeah, that's what you would do. I don't really do that. I don't drink juice for breakfast, but some people do, and that helped me to remember the word Saft. Magen. Wow. Spülen. Kessel. Kessel, like in Star Wars, the planet Kessel. Kessel. Wolke. Rock. Mantel. Zeitschrift. Zeitung. What's the difference between a Zeitung and a Zeitschrift? We're about 600 Tafel. 600 words left. I missed that word. God damn it. So, like 90 minutes. Or 100 minutes left. 90 divided by 6. 90 divided by 6. It's 1.5. Shit. Doesn't help me. Doesn't mean we have 15 minutes left. 1.5, it's 15.
Stunde. Stunde. Line.
Nilpferd. Nilpferd. Interessant. Okay, I'll make it a bit quicker. But yeah, we have like 15 minutes left, I guess. You know, it's kind of hard to calculate in your head when you Drucker, when you Schal, Eislaufen, when you try to remember the new words. Strand. Actually, this word exists in English as well. I remember it was mentioned in was mentioned at shit, I missed that word. I know the word Odyssey, but Odyssey is a Greek word. And, Ulysses. I think it's called Ulysses. The famous English Irish book called Ulysses, and the word strand was mentioned there. Instead of the word beach, the author chose the word strand, which is a very interesting choice. Man, I really want to see myself like rewatch the video and see how ridiculous I probably seem, because I'm like, my brain is like, what's going on? I cannot multitask. You know, this actually gives. I think in Australia that some people might say give. Maybe in Britain as well, some people might, but that's not RP. Give.
So.
Give. Right? Give.
Medicine.
So,
Medicine.
this makes my endorphins go wild. I feel so motivated to get through it, to finish this. Spend you know, this might actually take less than an hour. This might take less time than I thought. Vertrag. If I this might be quicker than I thought it would be. Because I thought we were going to use the 5. 100 is written without the space. 100. Schlussverkauf. The phone is calling. I'm not gonna pick it. I'm too busy. I'm too busy. Sorry, I'm not gonna pick it up. Asshole. Sometimes a little bit of distraction is not a problem. It might even help you, because I mean, it's like the training for your brain. But I remember my dad gave me a book, or maybe it was an e-book, something about secret agents, like how to train your mind like a secret agent or something like that, how to train your memory. I don't remember what the book was about, but it was an interesting book. I was spending a couple of weeks in a hospital, and I was reading it and learning a lot of it, and I think it affected me profoundly, because I understood that our brain is way more powerful than we ever thought. I mean, not ever. Some people probably had these thoughts before, but way more powerful than I ever thought. Yeah. Rasieren, duschen. I mean, I used to think, like, you cannot learn a language. It's so difficult. Blah, 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 blah. But then at the same time, I've learned tons of languages. And I was never good with languages. My English was pretty good at school. My Russian was okay, even though it was my native language, but it was okay. And Maga. Oh shit, that's a very difficult word. Only can Vimpa so many new words. Stern. And I tried learning French. And Fahrstuhl. And I couldn't. We had a subject of French at school, in high school as well, and I just couldn't grasp it at all. I was like, I couldn't even do housework. Homework, not housework. Homework. It was too difficult for me. I just couldn't. And with German, I remember my mom bought me a book about learning German. I think it might be with me still. I cannot find it. And I tried and I couldn't get over this. The second chapter. But then, I didn't know you could just not really try to learn grammar from the get-go. You need to learn words and phrases. You don't really need to even use things like Duolingo. I'm not sure about that. Maybe you would need some of the effort, not just like this repetition of words, but you do need some effort to think in the target language, like with Duolingo or with some textbooks. But mainly, I think it's the memorization of words and of phrases, and only after that you can attempt really working your grammar through. You don't really need to say things and to write things. You don't even need to try to write them correctly, because you will fail before you know enough. That's the same thing with children. Fliegen. Spinner. Spinner. They don't speak until they're like 2 years old. Maybe like some very like accelerated children that they start speaking at the age of 1, but that's very rare. Usually people start speaking by the age of 2, and even then their vocabulary, their active vocabulary is very limited, but their passive vocabulary is very big. I have not a cousin. I have a cousin, and she has a son, and he's about a year old, and he cannot say a word. But he understands so many words. He knows the word Jupiter. He can show you the Jupiter in a textbook. Like, show me where the Jupiter is! And he's like, here, this is Jupiter. He cannot say that. That's the thing. You need to train your passive vocabulary first. In my opinion, okay, this is only my opinion, I don't want to offend anybody. But it's very ineffective. Okay, let's put it like that. Let's put it mildly. It's very ineffective to learn any foreign language with the textbooks trying to like really trying to do some grammar exercises. I hate grammar exercises. They try to like and grading people, putting grades, giving out grades or whatever it's called in English. Trying to grade a person in the first year of learning a language is ridiculous. Maybe like when this person was learning some was learning language for 3 years, and after that, yes, you need to measure the results. But in the first, like, even from the first week sometimes, at the universities, they would like, yeah, do the homework! Do the fucking homework! Okay. I shouldn't swear, but do the fucking homework! No, homework doesn't help you! Homework is not really effective, in my opinion. Anyways, it's only my opinion. I don't want to offend anybody. Just my opinion. Homework. Homework like watching a video like this for an hour each day. Not sped up. Oh shit, that's very difficult. Deutlich. Not with sped up, like speed 1.
Empfänger.
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 Something like this, and just like sitting in front of a
Mailbox.
computer trying to repeat words for 1 hour.
Briefkasten.
That's the best homework
Briefkasten.
I think you can give to your
Envelope.
alumni.
Umschlag.
I forgot the word. Pupils, students. Yeah, to your students.
Umschlag.
I don't think this
Verse.
traditional
Verse.
homework is effective. I don't think so. I think it's very demotivating because I remember trying to do homework in French and it was very demotivating. I was 14 years old and I felt so stupid, so ashamed. I was getting, I usually got like A's and B's, but in French I got C's. Like the only time I got a C ever with like by the end of the term at school, it was with French. I just couldn't. I mean, if somebody just told me, okay, man, okay, back then the internet wasn't as quick as now, but still, find a fucking video. Well, videos like this didn't really exist, but you could find something. You could find audiobooks, text, like, and try to just. Okay, ablehnen. Okay, that's too quick. Videos on YouTube. I wonder if. Yeah, I think 5 years ago, 7. Oh shit! Bloon. Blicken? 9 years ago, videos like this probably didn't exist, but something like this was probably on the internet. I remember Google Translate was on the internet. It was there. It was present. Eingabe. I mean, definitely the dictionaries were. And like, sitting an hour in front of a dictionary, I think, would be infinitely more effective for a beginner than. Maybe I'm wrong, but infinitely more effective than trying to force the child, especially the child, to like put so much mental work into trying to come up with the answers to grow. Riesig. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you do need to teach a child to solve some problems, but as Stephen Kaufman? No, I don't think it was Stephen Kaufman. Stephen Kaufman is like the professor, and there's a YouTuber who like is a polyglot. I don't remember his name, but he was like, he said he never really tried solving the grammar. Viel überfüllt. Stau. Never tried solving the grammar thingies. Memorization is way more important than language learning. I mean, Kreide. Imagine a child. Oof. Imagine a child of Kniescheibe, of 2 years of age, and you force him to solve some grammar. Okay, my brain is now thinking in German, and it's too difficult to say in German, so. Anyways, what I want to say is This was somewhat of a meditative experience. I think. Okay, let me finish my thought about the child. Yeah, you forcing somebody to solve grammar puzzles, to do the grammar exercises right from the get-go is not the most useful ways. Like, it is useful, but it should be only like 20%, not 99% of the whole beginner's journey. That's what I think. And yeah, I mean, just by reading dictionaries. Well, I don't really read dictionaries, but watching videos like this, for example, you can even improve your native language and okay, and English. Well, in this case, it's English. It's not my native language, but still, like for example, the word ladle. I didn't know the word ladle. By the way, I don't think it was mentioned. Yeah, maybe it was mentioned, but I didn't notice it. Maybe I was saying something and my mind distracted. I don't remember the word ladle mentioned here, but I do know that 2,000 words every Norwegian beginner must know the word ladle. I didn't know it in English, but now I know it exists. Anyways, I think it's very interesting. In any case, I think this idea of speeding the things up is very interesting, especially after you have watched this video through with the on a normal speed. Yeah, so I think this is a very useful exercise, and it takes just very little time. I mean, it will not give you a language on a how do you say it in English? In Russian, we would say something like "на блюдечке с голубой каемочкой." To put it on a plate in front of you, plate with a blue outline or something. It wouldn't just put the words on a plate in front of you to devour, but this will make learning way easier, I think. That's my feeling, but that helped me. Videos like these, they helped me with my Chinese, especially with learning Chinese characters, and also with Arabic, writing in Arabic, and reading in Arabic. My Arabic level is very low still, but before these videos, I couldn't read a single word, but now I can. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you liked this video, and if you want to see more videos and streams like this, then consider subscribing. Please do subscribe. And you can probably subscribe to me on Facebook as well. Wait, what's happening with my video camera? Okay, it's probably overheated, so anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. Please leave a like. It really helps the channel to grow. Subscribe and share my videos with your friends if you like them, if you like my videos, and if you like your friends. I think at least some of my videos might be beneficial for them. And thank you. See you later.